Alright, here we are at today's hunt. There's a big ball field here. Big old tot lot down there. The clubhouse. Back in there is all the woods. Connects to a couple of schools down there. One I used to go to when I was a kid and one that's been built in the last 15 years, I guess. Baseball field. Big old fresh pile of loam. A couple fresh piles of, looks like mulch or dirt and gravel. Another field way in the back there. Sorry for the wind if it's bothering you guys. But I'm going to search along these rocks, benches, and then if we get bored with all the clad, if there's too much clad, or just, want to do something else, we'll hit the trails in the woods, search for some relics and some old stuff. Stay tuned. Wish me luck. First target, crap. Second target, crap. It's just my 2 cents. Crap. Crap. Crappity crap crap penny. Clad 08. Now I know what you're thinking. What type of city park are you at? We've got such deluxe accommodations as a porta potty out in the middle of this oasis. Huh? Well, they spare no expense for us, let me tell you. And on a nice chilly morning like this, when you're in there, proving why coffee is a diuretic, and a nice big breeze blows down that stink pipe, there's a special treat for you that'll wake you up in the morning. Yeah. There you go. Looks like 2. 1 deluxe though. It's huge. It's big. It's big inside there. It's beautiful. Don't even have to worry about clogging it. Alright, I just want to show you the typical zinc penny sound. See how it's hitting? Right on there. Okay, we're going to pinpoint it. Right there. Okay, so we're going to do it right here. Let's see if I can set up for a live dig. Alright, let's see what we get. Huh. That's weird. Huh. Alright. Let's turn the detector back on and see if we can't find our problem. I was actually using my detector as my tripod. Says I'm on it. So we moved on from the park, and this is the other side of the park. This is what the park used to look like when it was all fields. And this is the edge of the field where the path goes through. Goes to the middle school, and then keeps on going around the back side of the middle school to the elementary school. The middle school wasn't there before, so we got some woods here to check. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know. Well, I really wish I had some good stuff to show you that I found, but I can't, because I haven't found anything. Over by that tree over there, the bigger tree, I found a little piece of scrap iron. I don't even know what it was, and I can't even find it now. It's so small it fell to the bottom of my pouch. And that's it, really. A tin can in the very beginning over there. Here it is. We'll keep looking. Well, this proves it. This is what I'm going to find today. Crap. That's probably the best looking crap I've found all day. It's pretty sad. Okay, here's what we find. An old chunk of a wire fence. It goes that way into the ground. I got about 10 feet of it off out of the ground just pulling on it. But another chunk of it curled up over there, another 5-foot piece I pulled out. So we had a fence, but apparently the guy that put it up didn't have a hole in his coin pocket. So, carry on. Not too long ago, these two trees have fallen down in the middle of the woods. Scientists are now researching. Apparently there was no one around to hear them fall. Scientists are still not sure if they made a noise. Okay, so we gave up on the woods. Literally nothing out there. That wire you saw, and the deer shit. So, here I am coming back to the truck. What do we find? Right here on the surface, it's a dime. Look at that. It's a dime stuck in some epoxy or glue of some kind. It's 2002 clad dime. I couldn't find one with my metal detector. Oh well. We're going to go to a new spot. Take the old 250 to another spot where I know where there's some relics. Alright, coming? Alright, I'll meet you there. Okay, it's after lunch. We're at the second location for today. An old property. Used to be owned by the Shepherd family, whose claim to fame is the Alan Shepard, first man into space. But most of his acreage, or their acreage, was donated to the town, and now the Boy Scouts maintain the trail somewhat, put out some picnic tables and some trash barrels, and I've found some stuff here before, an old horseshoe and some bridle buckles and miscellaneous iron hardware, and that was just on a short 2 or 3 hour hunt. We got a few more hours today. We're going to hit it again, see if we can't get a little further, a little deeper, get a little better stuff. Now here's something you don't see every day, unless you're out in the neck of woods I am. Notice a huge patch of fur right there. A big old mess around here of all the grass is all knocked down. There's some sort of skirmish. Something made this thing, twisted up into a pretzel, and ate it. Now I don't know what killed it. I don't really care. This is why I carry a gun with me when I'm out metal detecting. Because whatever did that, if that deer couldn't get away, and they're pretty fast, if he couldn't get away, he should have had a gun. Unless it was a hunt kill, and something just found it dead. The meat's still red. Can't be that old. Ugh, pretty gruesome, huh? Yeesh. Drag it all the way over here. Wow. There's thorn bushes everywhere. I ain't finding crap for metal out here anyway. But it's a nice day. Sky's blue. Nice and relaxing. So, until I find out whatever did that. Let's hope I can get my gun out fast enough. Okay, I got what might be an actual target here. The first one of the day. The old giving me, she's bouncing between dime and steel. I'm in relic mode. It's kind of all over the place. Sorry, little guy. But what I've been able to find so far is it looks like, I don't know, metal. I gotta dig around it. It's kind of big. Too high a signal to be just an ox shoe or a horseshoe like I found before. Half of one anyway. I found these before. And it's an old ox shoe or horseshoe. But this, I don't know what it is. I'm going to dig it out some more and show you what I got. Stand by. Well, there it is. Just a rusty old piece of iron. Not even sure what it is. There's some electrolysis on it. Maybe it's an old tool. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I haven't got a clue. It's flaky. It's metal. That's the only two things I can say. Still something in the hole. Be right back. So on the way back to my truck, it became obvious to me that I have no idea where I am. Now I do, but I need to be half a mile downhill through that field and down there. I'm going to head down that way in a minute. Down at the bottom of that hill, that field, is where I found that deer carcass. Now we have this. There's brick walls here. I'm not sure why. In this corner of a foundation. That's pretty cool. I'm going to search this till I run out of light. See if I can find anything. Ain't found nothing yet. But look at these bittersweet vines. See how they climb up the trees? And they've totally killed this entire tree. And they wrap themselves around and around and around. See? Going after this one now. And look at, if they sit long enough, they do some weird things to the trees, man. Look at that. It grows around the vine. Now how crazy is that? That is thick. Just spirals around and around. Look at, comes across. It's holding up this fallen tree. Spirals that way, straight up like a power line. Goes all the way up into the nest of that tree. I made a cane out of a section just like that before. Like a walking stick. Look at this. Another one. Big old vine. Taking over that tree. They're everywhere. It's called bittersweet. You cut them open and they got like a yellow flesh inside of them that it's very bitter tasting. But when they bloom, they have beautiful flowers on them. Beautiful, like a pinkish purple, I believe, kind of flower. So they're kind of bittersweet. Alright, we're almost back to the truck. I got back on track. I'm in the right patch of woods. I'm following that stone wall all the way. I'm either going to end up in my backyard or at my truck. One way or the other. Alright. Alright, so here's the glorious finds from today's hunt. First we went to the playground area, the park. I don't want to show you the best piece first. And we got 1 dime and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pennies. Then we went in the woods and got absolutely nothing off the woods, just off the playground. Got 1 high-tech piece of trash. Then we went over to my old site I like to go to, the old Shepherd Farm, and I found a couple of tabs, melted piece of metal, blah 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 blah, my daily lump of lead. This here I think is coal. I'm not sure. But does coal set off a metal detector? Because if you hit it one way, it sets it off. You go the other way and it doesn't. My pinpointer will catch it one way but not the other. It looks like coal. Let me give you a macro. Okay, here's the macro. It looks like coal to me, but I've never seen it like this. Maybe it's a piece of burnt board with a tip of a nail stuck in it. I don't know. There's that. There's a Clorox, which is America's favorite, obviously. Steel wedge. And I thought this was cute. I got a daddy and a baby boy. I think they're ox shoes. That would be a regular size. Maybe for a medium-sized ox or a horse. But I always find them in 2 pieces. I think it's an ox. And then this little tiny one. Just fits in your hand. So cute. I'm going to do some electrolysis to those. See how they come out. And today's best find is this guy. Big old iron hook, iron ring with a hook. A really sharp hook. There's a couple of washers that were on the hook when I found it. They fell off though. And I thought at first maybe it was for like rolling logs, you know, that would go on the pole and you could roll your logs. And I thought, nah, you know, maybe it's too small. And then I thought, well, maybe it's for picking up blocks of ice. You know, back in the day when they had blocks of ice for your ice box. Then my daughter educated me as to what it is. And it sounds right to me. She said it's a chicken hook. After they slaughter the chicken, this would be on the beam in the barn. They would hang the chicken from here and bleed it. Makes sense, right? I says, geez, that's pretty good, Kayla. You're pretty smart. Where'd you learn that? She said, from Family Guy. So they had an episode where they were ranking on KFC. And this was from the park. So my guess is that's a chicken hook. So there we have it. Best find of the day, chicken hook. We got the electrolysis set up over here. give you a before. I'll do another video for the electrolysis because the other ones came out like crap because we didn't have a decent camera. So there it is, all of it, and a golf ball. But my father already took the golf ball. Oh, and a piece of copper wire and a tin can. I threw all the trash away already, so you didn't need to see all that crap. 15 Budweiser cans and a handful of nails, blah blah blah. You don't need to see all that. So there it is. Ta-da! My very first hunt video. Not quite what I wanted. But chicken hooks are cool.